All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the biggest misconception about running a content agency, which is that you have to work 8 or 10 hours a day, feel stressed and burn out just to make 10 or 20K a month. That is not the case. Look, guys, we're building businesses here. We don't want to just have glorified jobs and work 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. If that's what you want, then you might want to look into some high-paying jobs. This is not what we're building for. I mean, in the last 2 months, I went on a solo road trip to France. I took my family on a vacation in Switzerland. I flew out to Arizona to a collective of online business owners and met some incredible people and, made some new friends. And how do I do all of this while running my 20K a month content agency? It's definitely possible. And I will tell you exactly how I do it. But first off, I'm gonna be honest. I was stressed out too. I was working 10 hours a day too, until I decided to build my business around the life that I want to have, and not the other way around. I don't want to just make money, have no time, and feel stressed out. I actually want to be able to enjoy the money that I'm making and, spend it with my family and friends and spend time with them. At least that's the kind of life I want to have. And the reality is, you don't have to work 8 or 10 hours a day to have a successful agency. You just don't. That's a myth, bro. That's not real. I don't know. People be posting on social media how much they work. But bro, that's not a flex. That's a shitty life. I don't know. But yeah, if you watch this video until the very end, you will know exactly what systems you need to basically run your agency on autopilot. So let's talk about the first point, which is you need to hire and delegate. Think about all the tasks that you do on a daily basis that are taking up a lot of your time, but not really actively generating revenue. For me and my content agency, those would be tasks like ideation, copywriting, scripting, editing, posting, reviewing videos, also answering emails and sending invoices. The truth is, clients really do not care about who does these tasks. They just want to have them done. So delegate every single one of them. Now, you don't need a big team for all of this. I only have my editor and my assistant. So what does my editor do? Well, he basically edits. That's really all he does. And what does my virtual assistant do? Well, she's basically my COO. So she really just does everything else, which in my case is, she manages the whole agency, makes sure all of the clients have enough content at all times. She finds segments if it's repurposed content. She's doing research and writing scripts. She's reviewing the videos that my editor does and makes sure there are exactly 0 mistakes. And once I take a quick look at the videos to make sure they're fine, he just goes ahead and uploads and schedules them for the clients with the right titles. My job really just becomes to oversee what's going on and make sure that everything is fine. Now, I don't know what kind of tasks you have to do in your agency, but the best way to delegate anything is to create SOPs. And that is really just a pretty way of saying record looms of yourself doing all the tasks and explain everything. Then just send these videos to your VA and editor and tell them to do the same. For example, to delegate my editing, I really just recorded a video of myself editing one of my videos from start to finish, gave it to my editor and said, bro, just do the same. Now, once you delegate all of those tasks, you have to make sure that everything is going smoothly and everybody is working efficiently. That's why you want to introduce systems and workflows your team really just has to follow. Everybody has to know what they should do at all times. I can give you an example of how one of my videos is made in my agency from start to finish, the whole system and workflow behind that. So first off, my VA has recurring tasks that have to be done each week. For example, she knows that there are 7 scripts that need to be written each Monday for a specific client. Once she finishes them and lets me know, I just take a quick look at them, review them very quickly. And once I think they look good, which pretty much is just always the case, I just transfer them into the official doc of the client, where the client can actually see those scripts. So we then just let the client know that there are videos ready to be filmed. And once the client uploads those filmed videos, we get notified and the videos get assigned to an editor. And once our editor edits the videos, he uploads all of them into our workspace in Airtable and notifies my assistant that they're ready for review. Then those two are going back and forth on reviews and revisions until my assistant thinks that the videos are good to go. At that point, my assistant lets me know. I take a quick glance at the videos and make sure that they are actually fine. And once I think that they're good, I switch them over to approved and my assistant goes ahead and schedules those videos out. That's basically it. And this workflow then repeats itself over and over each week in slight variations for all of our different clients. So you really just have to hire one assistant and one editor in content agency, then create looms doing all of your regular tasks and sending them over to your assistant and editor to take over. And then you go ahead and create workflows like these to make the process for them very simple, so they always know what they have to do at any given time. So they're not really just sitting around and wondering what they should do next. Now, one more thing that I think could be very valuable to show you is my workspace in Airtable. Now, I won't go into the workspace of my clients because there's a lot of stuff that I can't really show you, but I can go into the workspace of my own content, which is basically structured just like the one for my clients. So like I said, it's an Airtable, and the table is looking like this. So we basically just have the date of when the content is being created. Then we have the footage linked one here, which is basically just the unedited video. And then we have any editing instructions in here. Sometimes there are a lot of instructions, but usually we don't really need a lot of them. But if there is anything specific like, hey, implement this video in there, or implement this image, or, do this way. If I know this before they even edit the video, then I will enter it in here. But if I don't, they just go ahead and do it as usual. Then there's a video title in here. And once they finish editing the video, they just post the short video link, a Google Drive link of the video in here. And then in here, there's basically the thumbnails of the video and the video itself. And then I can take a look at the video in there, and then I can enter any feedback that I have, into these columns right here. And once I have entered some feedback, I just can switch this to needs revision, and my editor gets notified, does a revision and switches this back to needs review. And once I think they're approved, I switch it to approved. And usually my assistant does the first round of reviews. So she first goes through every single one of the videos and make sure that like simple mistakes are not in there at all, like no errors, no spelling errors, no nothing like that. And once that is all fixed, I go in there and see if there are like any stylistic choices that I want to change. But other than that, the video then gets approved, and we tick the boxes here for scheduled once we actually post those videos. That is really my whole workspace. I mean, for the clients, it's basically the same. So you can go ahead and copy this one right here, but it is actually very simple. Like, it's nothing too complicated, it's nothing too groundbreaking, but I just like Airtable a lot. It's very smooth, and you can also open any column up with space, and then you can actually chat in here, like this is like for one video, with like all of the the title and the status and the links, and you can chat about this video in here too. I really like Airtable. I would definitely recommend you to use it. It's completely free too, so definitely a good tool to use. But I don't want to bore you anymore. This is basically how I run my agency on like 1 or 2 hours a day of work, if at all. Like some days I really just don't work, let my assistant do the things, and then next day I check in if everything is fine. I really hope this was valuable. Please let me just know in the comments if this was good or not, what you want to see next. Give me some ideas, bro. Like I need some stuff to work on this video, so give me some ideas, and I will go ahead and do those videos next. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing and also liking this video. Also go over to my Instagram in the description. Follow me there. I post insanely valuable content over there, so go check that out. All right, see you in the next one.